All right, what's going on, guys? Today we are playing some Timeless Manifest Destiny. The idea behind it is that we want to be able to cheat out big creatures while taking advantage of generating creatures consistently. So we'll take a quick look at the deck. So, this deck will get better with time. The main thing with this deck is that it is using just the concept. I still need to acquire some more mythics and rare wildcards to be able to really take advantage of this. So, using using Destiny, was it Manifest Dread cards and Disguise, Cloak, that kind of thing, where you're putting a creature or any card face down onto the battlefield as a creature. This, capitalizes on that. The big one being Manifest Dread, because it allows us to cycle through our deck more quickly and hit some of our top ends. But once you flicker or blink those creatures, they enter back in as whatever the card was. So we want to have as many permanents as possible. So we use Growing Dread. It's flash enchantment. When it enters Manifest Dread, which means you look at the top two cards of your library, put one onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature and the other into your graveyard. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. We're not really going to be using that part of it unless it's something like Abhorrent Oculus. Our other Manifest Dread card is called Manifest Dread. It's a sorcery speed Manifest Dread. Again, we already talked about what that does. Huntwood's Shrieker. I haven't really seen this card do too much, so definitely could be an option to replace down the road when we, get some wild cards to change up the deck. But whenever it attacks, you Manifest Dread. But why I want to keep it in there is for 2 mana, you reveal the target face down permanent. If it's a creature, turn it face up. So when we have a big bomb like Progentist face down, instead of having to cast, tap 10 mana to turn him face up, we can tap 2 and flip him. Vanifar Evolved Enigma is nice because we can cloak a card from our hand, which is essentially the same thing as Manifesting Dread. We put it face down as a 2/2 creature, and it gets ward 2, so they target it with like a lightning bolt or whatever. They have to pay 2 extra mana, and then you turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature. So we can cloak cards from our hand. So if we get stuck with some of our big bombs in our hand, we drop Vanifar and we can cloak it from our hand. You can also put its 1/1 counter on each colorless creature you got. So if you're not getting any big bombs and maybe they're all your Manifest Dreads or lands, you can still go wide and pump them up. So that's definitely something I would want to craft at least another one, possibly two. Teleportation Circle. It's just an enchantment that blinks at the beginning of each end step, one of your creatures. Our big bombs are Sarah Emissary, because if you flip that and give it protection from creatures or enchantments or whatever, most of the time people are just going to scoop. It's something that's hard to deal with in a lot of cards. And then that's the other reason why we went with Progentist. It has protection from everything. Means nothing can block it. They can't target it with enchantments, sorceries, etc. The only thing that can do to it is sweepers. So board wipes of any type will take care of it, or if we sacrifice it. If it be put in from graveyard from anywhere, reveal Progentist and shuffle into the owner's library instead. So the only permanent way to get rid of it is a mass exile effect. Or obviously if they have like Leyline of whatever the black Leyline is. For Abhorrent Oculus, this is our main mission here, is drop this. We can hard cast it and exile 6 cards from our graveyard and 3 mana for a 5/5 flyer that Manifest Dreads at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. But I would rather Manifest Dread, put it face down, and flip it using a blink ability. Paranormal Analyst. We'd probably craft a few more of these, because whenever you Manifest Dread, the card you put into the graveyard instead goes to your hand. That could be both beneficial and uh, a drawback depending on how you build a deck. Something that I might look into is some reanimator effects. That way, if we're dumping stuff into the graveyard, we can still reanimate all that. Because most of our stuff is going to be on the lower end of the curve, which white does really well with reanimation abilities for that. Unyielding Gatekeeper, it's some removal. You can disguise it for 2, and when it's turned face up, exile a target non-land permanent. If you controlled it, return it to your battlefield tapped. Otherwise, it's permanently removed, and they get to create a 2/2 white-blue detective creature. When you blink it, you don't get its effect, just so you know. Okay, because it's not turning face up. It's just re-entering face up. So keep that in mind. This is going to be one that you want to actually put face down and manually flip. Swords to Plowshare. It's great removal. Gotta have it. And then you got your 4 blink spells. Ephemerate allows you to rebound it, so technically you've got like 12 blink spells here. And then a standard like Bant Mana land pack. So let's get into it and let you guys see. So we're gonna play some ranked. So Timeless Ranked and Manifest Destiny. Don't got a lot of time before work, but I wanted to get on and put something out so you guys can kind of see the deck, maybe play with it, have some fun. Just been using some other decks to rank up so that I can get the wild cards I need for this. Mostly Bant Spirits and Orzhov Humans. Don't really care to like show those off just because they're pretty much like a pioneer build minus like 1 or 2 cards. So we got a Born Oculus in our opening hand. Oh, I forgot to talk about Tunnel Tipster. At the beginning of your end step, if creatures face down enter the battlefield under your control this turn, put a 1/1 counter on him. So if you got a Born Oculus, like you're gonna go ahead and not a Born Oculus, but if you're like manifesting Dread and stuff, you'll be able to pump him up pretty quick. There's a lot of synergy with some of the other older versions of like Manifest Dread where you could cast stuff like for disguise and stuff. I'm trying to think what the other one was called, but it's from a while ago. So when we Manifest Dread, it doesn't matter what we put down, but we want to always try to put a permanent down. Because when we blink it, a permanent will stay. You can only manually flip creatures though. So we'll put down Growing Dread. So it can be a way to like mana ramp if you want. If you've got 9 lands that are manifested and you start blinking them all, then you're going to have 9 lands out here. You just can't manually flip it unless it's a creature. This guy's going to be great if we can get up. Well, you can't discard it. He's going to get rid of a Born Oculus. It's a given. We'll go ahead and flip that. Manifest Dread again. That's beautiful because next turn, if he doesn't destroy that face down card, we'll flip him. We'll give it protection from... It's tough because he's playing black, so he's definitely got some removal in there. Probably, I would say instant or sorcery. We'll see, though. We could just do creature and force his hand to where he has to deal with it. There we go. So we'll do that. He is literally just sitting on the clock. All right, what do we want to give us protection from? Let's go creature. Meticulous Archive. Yeah, I should have given it instant. That's fine. We'll turn that face up. I wonder if I can target Sarah Emissary. Nope. We'll take Monastery Swift Spear then. We don't need to land here because we're never going to be able to hard cast Progentis. So. Core Apparition or Skyclave Apparition. Cool. It's fine. We already took what we wanted. Got a 20 with 2 poison counters. Hauntwood Shrieker. We can get an attack and we can manifest. This deck's fun to play, and it does well. It just needs to be... I just need to be able to craft those cards, and then I can get the consistency I need out of it. Because as it stands right now, you want to be able to manifest Dread, and every, like, third manifestation be able to sit there and get a Progentis or Sarah Emissary. So first thing I would do is craft 4 of those, and 4 Sarah Emissaries. And the Vanifar, definitely 2 or maybe 3 of even. So he had Annihilating Glare. Destroy that 2 for... Let's see where we're at. 13 with 5 poison counters. We don't got too much more, and that Flooded Strand did not help us. Let's see, 3. We'll be at 9 poison, and we got 5, 7... We got 1 turn after this, so we'll see what it comes down to. These don't give haste, right? No. We'll do a Breeding Pool. All right, let's see. Three and 9. And we draw another land. GG. That was an unfortunate draw. All those lands, we even binned, what, 1 of them? Yeah. 2 of them. And we still have 7. Win some, you lose some. Alright, let's go ahead and give it another go. Hopefully we can get a better lay of the cards. Something that is completely janky that I've been having a lot of fun with, though, is a Hellbent Madness deck. Obviously, we don't have anywhere near, you know, enough Hellbent / Madness cards in Arena to make a really good version of those, but they synergize really well together. And we did get Psychic Frog, which is definitely an enabler for both those mechanics and a big threat on its own. So literally it's a black-red Madness Hellbent deck, but using we will go Meticulous Archive here. I don't want Paranormal Analyst. But yeah, I splash blue just for Psychic Frog to really take advantage of that mechanics. And I think because it's such a unusual build, most people don't know how to play against it. And we end up winning a lot more games than you would think. Let's go ahead and flip that. Just kind of mana ramp a little bit. Dump some cards into the graveyard. I need to look for something to deal with Oscillate Pride. The guy gets out of hand. I do want to craft some of these for my cat deck. Rebound, no. And we'll end turn. We've got Orcish Bowmaster. Oh, he's targeting me. I thought he was taking out Tunnel Tipster. First strike is not going to help. I take out its creature. He ends up flipping Ajani. So I'd rather not do that. But it's one of those things. Unless we get something big next turn, we are SOL. Yep. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, you'll have some games with this where you just, annihilate them so quick. I had a turn 2 Progentis the other day. And the guy was like, what the? Like, but then you also have a lot of times where you're just, drawn into crap. So, definitely be able to refine the deck. If you guys have any pointers or insights on it, let me know too. This doesn't look too bad because at least we have something to manifest dread. What are we playing? The new artifact deck. I want to get at least one good game in before we... Ooh, 4 mods crypt. Glad I'm not playing the Rakdos Phoenix. We'll play Paranormal Analyst. That way when we manifest dread, we get to keep whatever the other card is. Yeah, I want to get at least one good game in before I have to go to work. But here in the next couple weeks, I'm pretty sure this streaming is going to get a lot more consistent again. I won't be serving tables. So, I have a more steady schedule. Actually get to stay off on my days off. Let's go ahead and manifest dread here. We'll go another Paranormal Analyst just as a backup plan. And we are not swinging in. We'll see what we draw into next turn, but otherwise we'll go with the Hunt with Shrieker. Some other things I might do, I think maybe splash black instead of, I don't know, green. Though Vanifar does make this deck pretty good. But having the ability to capitalize on you dumping cards into the graveyard as a reanimator, like, makes a lot of sense. Kappa Cannoneer. Yeah, this is that blue-black artifact deck. It's got Ward 4. Makes it really hard to deal with that guy. Alright, Cloud Shift. But yeah, they gave us a blue untapped artifact land and a black untapped artifact land. And then things like Tormod's Crypt, Watcher's Bubble, and Ornithopter, Thought Monitor. And there's what is it? Ends up being like draw 2, but it's got affinity for artifacts. So you can spend as little, I think, as 1 mana to cast it. And then Kappa Cannoneer all make the artifact deck really excel. Well, at least he didn't take Sarah Emissary. That would have sucked. Doesn't get to capitalize on him flipping. Another Kappa Cannoneer. Damn. Let's do this. And we'll attack. I know we're going to lose him, but the point is to manifest Dread. Vanifar, that's fucking awesome. So we can block 1, 2, take 5, flip Vanifar, block Unyielding Gatekeeper, and then cloak Sarah Emissary, flip it next turn. If I do this, we can do this. I actually probably messed that up. I should have flipped Vanifar earlier. It's fine though. We'll see what we can do. We'll flip him now. And hopefully I draw a blink spell next turn. Did not let me block? What the hell? That's stupid. What do these guys got? Can't be blocked this turn. Oh, Jesus. That's a good card, man. Good card. All right, this is going to have to be the last game right here. So hopefully we can draw into a pretty good solid hand. Manifest Destiny, got Huntwood Shrieker, couple lands. Start with a tap land. What do we got? Got Yorion. So let's manifest Dread. What's he gonna do? Counter? No, he doesn't got blue yet. Still no blue. Go Huntwood Shrieker. Manifest Dread again. Sarah Emissary is nice. Hopefully he doesn't have any burn spells or kill spells, and we can keep Sarah Emissary and Ephemerate next turn. Ooh, Growth Spiral. Build to the Dead. Draw a card number. Draw a number of cards equal to this spell's intensity. All chorus cards you own intensify by 1. It's kind of cool. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. We're going to leave mana open for Ephemerate and just wait. Hey, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Pass. Tax. I'm not blocking. There's no reason to. Primeval Titan. Very nice. He's tapped out, except for the 1 mana. We'll go Creature just because it's going to overrun us soon with all those zombie tokens. And I would wager he probably doesn't have too many interaction spells that can deal with Sarah Emissary. So. Ooh. Source of Plowshare. The one that could. That's funny. Spoke too soon. Can't even play that. I'm stuck on 2 mana. We got last game, what? Was it last game? No, this game before that. Drawing nothing but mana. Like 9 mana. Now we're stuck on 2. This guy's got what? 8? Jesus. 9, 10. It's got Trample. 6, 12. We'll wait. All right. Here's our Progenitus. Not where we want it. Six. 14, 22. All right, let's get into another one. I know I said that was the last one. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I just want to get... I know this deck is got a lot of oomph to it when it gets going. So I just want to show it off at least a little bit. Trying to see if I can grow a little bit on Kick. I've never really streamed on Kick until recently. I think it's my second stream on Kick. All right. Hallowed Fountain. We'll leave this untapped. I don't know what he's going to play, but we have Swords to Plowshare. So we want to be able to take whatever he drops if we don't like it. Looks like he's playing that mouse deck. Oros Mice. We'll see though. Ooh, Cathartic Reunion. Oh, no. He's playing a Reanimator for sure. What else is he playing? He's got Sarah Emissary. He's got Rise of the Dark Realms. Is he playing Mardu? Nebraska. Conspiracy Unraveler. Play that face down. Because it's a little more removal. Damn, already? How's he casting that already? Oh. Mizzix Mastery. 7, 10, 17. So we'll flip this guy and take Sarah Emissary. And then Swords to Plowshare this guy. This guy have trample? Nope. You got a pretty good little... I like that. Mizzix Mastery to Dark Realm. Turn 4, reanimate everything in your graveyard. Here. Block. Down to 1. Survey. Tunnel Tipster. I feel like Tunnel Tipster's got to go. See, if this was an untapped land, I could have played, you know, Sarah Emissary like that and flickered it and flipped it for creatures. And at least that would have bought me maybe a turn if he didn't have removal. But let's make that change real quick. Take Tunnel Tipster out. Because we're drawing him, and more often than not, we're not wanting to see him. And that just tells me that that is not a good card. If I find the card, I'm like, oh, I didn't want this. It tells me it's probably not the best card. That's kind of cool. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, cloak 2 of them, and put the rest on the bottom of your library. That might, hide in plain sight might be something that look into. Again, I don't want to just craft randomly. Let's do some reanimate spells. We'll do 3 helping hands. Because we do know helping hand works well. Especially if we get rid of Oculus. Paranormal Analyst, I might just keep as a 2 of, because he's also, like, he's good when you're able to manifest Dread. But if you're not manifesting Dread, it's kind of, you don't really want to see him. He doesn't do much. We'll manifest Dread on their turn. That way, at the end of their turn, if they don't got any removal or anything, and see, if he's got to counter it, he can counter it now, and I'll be able to play on my turn. So, we didn't get any permanents with that. Manifest Dread. No more Rise. We're not going to be able to fix that. So that's fine. I knew he had a counter. I'd rather him waste it. But at least that's not like a 2-for-1. That's a 1-for-1. You want to counter? Ooh, no, he does not. He wants to draw a card. Interesting. I was certain I was going to get countered. There we go. Swords to Plowshare. Got no creatures in the field yet, so do that and attack. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I appreciate you asked. It's my second time streaming on Kick, so appreciate you stopping by and showing some love. See what he plays. Ooh. Spells control can't be countered, and he gets to discover 5. In step. So we got another reanimate spell, which is alright, I guess. Drop them down. Get rid of Narset. Swords to Plowshare. That's fine. I'm not going to waste my Flicker ability on it. He really wants to keep Karn. Because if I would have flickered that, I would not have gotten the swords back. Or Ephemerate. Cosmos Elixir. I'm playing online against whoever Blackblood 64266 is. But yeah, I don't know the person, so we will go hunt with Shrieker, and then we'll take Karn out. There wasn't much he could do with Karn at that point. He could +1 it and turn its elixir into a creature, but most people, the whole reason they play it is to just pull things out of their sideboard. Alright, at least we can manifest destiny here. And hopefully hit something like a Progentis. Got a land. Not really what I wanted. But we get Cloud Shift back. I like this game. I used to collect cards and play with my friends locally. But as we got older, obviously everyone kind of did their own thing. And so it got a lot harder to meet up with my friends and play. So Magic Arena 1, it's a lot cheaper to stay competitive. And also, if my friends, a couple of my friends actually have accounts, and so we can meet up and play online. And that's a little more convenient than us having to go somewhere. So I like it. I just wish it had more cards, because I like playing, things that are more like modern and stuff like that instead of the newer sets. We'll go ahead and that. And we'll attack. We'll manifest Dread. We are not hitting Progentis or Sarah Angel. But as you can see, it starts to take off. We'll dump that card. I haven't been streaming a lot until recently, but I like streaming Call of Duty, mostly the Zombies mode, though. And then Magic Arena, I've done Pal World, what was the other one? Among Us, back when that was popular. So, just whatever I'm really into and playing at the moment. Elden Ring, things like that. I got some horror games that I want to stream. I'm not really ever played any of the horror games, but I figured they'd be fun. Most in general, I like, some indie titles. I like playing this. And then I like doing a lot of like emulation and playing like older games that I grew up with, for the nostalgia. Alright, we will play this face down and we will disguised, and then we'll flip it and take whatever this guy is. There we go. Get us some staying power. At least that gives us something to block with. Worm Coil Engine, that's no fun. I should have saved him flipping for that. Need for Speed's always fun. I never really tried Resident Evil and CSGO, I'm assuming is what you're talking about. I was never good at that. I like shooting games, but CSGO, it's way... the time to kill is way too fast, I guess. It's just not... it's not like Call of Duty or Halo, so it throws me off a little bit. Need for Speed, my favorite one, I'd say, is probably Need for Speed Underground 2, though. It's got a ghost vacuum. That could be problematic. Play Hunt Showdown. My favorite game of all time. That's tough. That is really tough. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna think about that. I might say, just because I've consistently gone back to it, is Pokemon Silver. And I did get Hunt Showdown installed. I got it on my Steam Deck for the Windows partition. I just haven't played it. I haven't been playing on my Steam Deck much. But I did download it. So we can play together later. He's going to start destroying my lands. Well, I appreciate the kind words, Carson. All right. Drop my Discord. Yeah, give me a second, because I am in the middle of the game. Finally got a Born Oculus. Oh, he's going to counter it. Of course he is. That is my name on Discord if you want to shoot me a friend request. That's a smart move because I would have reanimated that for sure. He knows what he's doing. That's what I said, Discord. He's gonna sit here and just destroy my lands. Yeah, I just accepted it. All right, he's gonna go ahead and swing for 8. All right, for real, I have to get off here because I gotta be at work in like less than 30 minutes now. And there's the exile all creatures, incubate. It's a pretty cool card. And another land. All right, GG, I'm gonna call it. Ugh. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out, and I will see you on the next stream. I just need to, obviously you guys can see the deck needs to get refined a little bit, but it is a fun deck to play, and I do recommend you guys trying it out. And if you have pointers on it, leave it in the comments, shoot me a message, and yeah, have a good night, guys. You too.